Okay. Hello everyone. Welcome to keytosuccessugcnet Academy. I'm Chandrasekhar and we are going to discuss about the stages of child language acquisition. So here are the stages. While we are studying here, while we are studying the language acquisition, child language acquisition, because this question came in our NET examination in June 2025 recently, right? So this question came, so that's why we need to understand in future this kind of question come, then we have to be conscious. Okay, so that's why we are studying. And okay, first, the stages of child language acquisition. First we need to clarify this acquisition, because there are acquisition and learning. So what are the differences between language learning and language acquiring? Okay, so learning and acquiring. Learning needs some kind of attention, some kind of energy, and we have to be conscious to learn that language or any kind of language, and that needs some energy, that needs our powerful attention to grab those words. And we study the rules of grammar, we study the structures of the grammar, right? Structure of the sentences. So that needs energy, we can say, and that needs power. And combining these things, we understand and we learn that language. And on the contrary, if there is acquiring and acquisition of the language, then it is a natural process. We don't need to focus on the structure, we don't need to focus on the grammatical portion, we just learn it because of environment. People speak in particular language, then we acquire that language. For example, we belong to Hindi medium and we know Hindi very well. And if we want to learn English, then we need some kind of environment. This is the acquisition, right? So if there is an English environment and we go into that environment and we remain for some time, then we can acquire that language. We don't need to focus, we don't need attentive attention, right? And in this way we can learn that language, we can acquire that language, we can absorb that language, right? So acquisition is just absorbing that language. We are not going to learn, we are not supposed to learn those rules, those structures, right? So we just absorb that language. That is acquisition. It is just a natural process. We don't need more and more energy, we don't need to focus more and more, right? So this is the acquisition, and these are the differences between learning and acquisition. So we are here, we are going to study the language acquisition, not the learning. Okay, learning needs attention, learning needs energy, learning needs conscious brain, right? But here we are going to discuss about the natural process, how we acquire the language. Since our childhood, we are acquiring the language from where we belong to and what is our environment. If our environment is Chhattisgarh language or Boli, or it is called dialect, so we acquire that Chhattisgarhi dialect, right? We don't need to learn that. If we belong to Hindi medium, then we absorb that language, we acquire that language. We did not learn that, right? So in the same way, we are going to acquire that language, and what are the processes and what are the stages of that acquiring language we are going to study. So first is the pre-linguistic stage that comes under the 0 to 12 months. Okay, so this is the pre-linguistic stage. Here is the child is not going to acquire the language exactly. This is the acquiring the language. This is the before the stage of acquiring the language. Okay, so here the cooing. So it comes under 6 to 8 weeks. If the child is under 6 to 8 weeks, then the child produces some kind of sound that is vowel sound mostly. So vowel sounds, that is called a cooing, just like a ooh. So this kind of sound the baby produces, right? In this way, the cooing, it is called cooing. So the second is the babbling. Babbling comes under the 6 to 12 months. So here what happens here, the child tries to produce some kind of consonant sounds, right? Just like a da da, ba ba. So this kind of sounds the baby produces in this particular stage, babbling. This is called babbling. Okay, and the third one is the gesture and non-verbal communication. If the child wants to communicate, then the child uses gesture, posture, and some kind of non-verbal communication, right? Non-verbal communication in the sense that if child needs milk, child needs water, then child starts producing sound like crying. He starts crying. He or she may start crying, and if he or she wants something, then the child can point out something. And if the child is happy, the mode is in happy mode, so the child starts smiling, right? So this kind of things, the gesture and non-verbal communication, the child uses in this particular stage. So this stage from 0 to 12 months. So our 12 months completed here, from 6 to 12 months. Okay, so this is the first stage. Okay, let's jump into the second. Okay, you can look at the cartoons here or emojis here. First, this infant is trying to have the milk, and the second, the child has grown up. Okay, 6 to 12 months, right? And the child is trying to walk on knees. And the third one, you can see that the child is now independent and tries to stand up alone, right? Okay, so next is the holoplastic stage. This comes under the 12 to 18 months, right? So what does mean by holoplastic? Here the holo represents the whole, W-H-O-L-E, whole, and plastic means the complete expression. Okay, so this is the whole expression. So what the child does here, the child speaks single word. The child speaks single word, and in the single word, we can get the full expression of that child, the full meaning of the child, what the child wants, right? So here, if the child says mom, then we can understand that the child wants water. So we provide them water, we provide the child water. So this is the holoplastic stage. Here the one thing or one word expresses the whole. That's why it is called holoplastic stage. Okay. So here is the mom, and you can see the representation of here water, the glass of water. And the third one is two-word stage. Next is two-word stage. Here what happens here, the child starts using two words simultaneously, right? So children combine two words to form simple phrase. For example, he or she may say want juice, want water, want anything. So we can understand I want. The children try to say I want this, I want that, I want water, I want milk. So means here the child speaks only two words, and we can understand the whole word, whole sentence, whole expression, right? What the child wants. So this is the two-word stage that comes under the, this is the duration of this stage is the 18 to 24 months, right? The child is at the stage of 18 months to 24 months. Okay. Next is the telegraphic stage. Telegraphic stage means it is a longer, more grammatical correct sentences. So the time has come that the child completely try to speak the whole sentence, grammatically correct sentence. Okay, okay, I want water, and I want to go there, I want to go outside to play. So this kind of sentence he or she may use in this particular stage. Okay, so here we can see the from 24 months to 3 years. Okay, I want water. Here's the example. Sorry, I want to play outside. So the child starts using whole sentence correctly, grammatically correct. And the next is the school age and beyond, where the school age the child goes to school, and where he or she starts learning. And this is the 5 years above, right? Above the 5. So here the child starts using complex sentences, right? A grammatically advanced sentence. So for example, if I finish my homework, then can I watch TV? This kind of sentence the child starts using. So this is the school age, and the child goes to school, then he or she learns this kind of complex sentence and starts using advanced grammar. Okay, so this is the school age and beyond, right? Okay, why we are studying? Because this question came in our NET examination English literature, right, in June 2025. So the question was, arrange the following stages of first language acquisition, schedule in its chronological order. Okay, so as we have studied the two-word stage, telegraphic stage, and telegraphic speech, the one-word stage, and cooing. The cooing is the first one, right? It is the first one. So if we start arranging, then first D may be the first, only here. The fourth option will be correct here. And after the cooing, the second one will be C, the one word stage. And after the one word, the two word stage comes. Okay, and after that, the telegraphic stage comes. So this is very easy question. If you have studied, then you can easily, you must have solved it easily, right? So thank you for watching this video, and this video will remain shorter. Okay, thank you for watching this video. And if you are trying to learn, if you are trying to study and you are searching for any kind of coaching center, then do come to Key to Success Academy. And here is the coaching, and the new batch is going to start from the Tuesday, I think 5th of August. Okay, thank you for watching this video.